Hey everybody, I'm Jason, the creator of the Army Showcase and host of the Tabletop Battlefield, and today we're getting our hands on World of Warcraft miniatures by Upper Deck. For years now, Upper Deck has made all sorts of sports trading cards as well as collectible card games. They've also made miniatures in the form of little statues of various athletes. However, as far as I can tell, World of Warcraft miniatures is the first true miniatures game. Designed to be tournament-focused, the battles are short, small, and brutal. But we'll get more into the game mechanics in just a minute. First, let's take a look at the product line. And what you see in front of you here is the contents of the actual non-collectible starter set. You've got a double-sided map. One side is designed for 2 vs 2, while the other side is a little bit bigger and designed for, say, 3 vs 3 or 4 vs 4 or something like that. It comes with 4 figures. They're all pre-painted. 2 belong to the Alliance faction, and 2 belong to the Horde faction. Also, you get 6 of these things. They're called U-bases. They're used to keep track of the character stats throughout the battle. They're kind of a crappy version of WizKid's click styles, and because they don't, sometimes when figures fall off, they don't stay very well. We'll deal with that more when we get a full review of this game. You also get 4 character cards, 1 character card per character. You get what are called 8 action cards. These things expand the abilities of the various characters. There's 2 per character. You also get 6 dice over here. 3 are obviously colored blue for the Alliance, 3 red for the Horde, and they're essentially your standard D10 dice. They do have a special symbol on them, which replaces the 10 for critical hits, but for all intents and purposes, you can use standard dice in this game. And essentially what you're looking at here is along the top, there's this numbers from going from 1 to 10. This is called the personal clocks. And on the bottom of every base here, there's a little number that rotates. This goes from also 0 to 9 and corresponds essentially what the clock tick this character is on. Because how things work is, whenever their number on the bottom of the base matches the current time of the game, they can act. So essentially every action in the game requires a certain amount of time to perform. So therefore, large, powerful attacks take a while to perform, while some of the more lighter, maybe just movements kind of style actions don't take much time. So therefore, it may be possible for some characters to perform several light actions during the same time when one character performs one large action. So also, even though this is a relatively simple game, these action cards I mentioned earlier really add a lot of diversity to the game. There's something like 120 of these cards in the entire set, and each one are kind of tied to a certain class or certain race or something about a character. Every character in the game is going to be able to use many different types of cards, which is kind of neat because each card they have gives them essentially one other action they could possibly do, and it gives them more strategic options to use. You want to pick characters that complement themselves. Like for example here, Ruby Gemsparkle, she's a little gnome mage, has relatively low armor. Her buddy here, Vindicator Hodoon, if I pronounced that right, he has an ability which boosts defending people's armor up. So obviously if she's right next to him, she's going to get an armor bonus. So you're going to look for things kind of like that, where they can kind of complement each other's ability. And also there's 2 main types of attacks. There's physical attacks and there's magic attacks. Where obviously some characters are better resistant against magic attacks. Specifically, the magic casters can absorb them better. Whereas the warrior guys, these 2 big guys, are better at absorbing physical attacks. So you want to have a nice combination of both, where you can kind of deal with both at the same time, and also dish them out too. So hopefully it gives you a quick overview of how this game kind of works. So we'll be doing a full review of this game on the Tabletop Battlefield come early 2009. But until then, for more information on the world of miniature wargaming, you can check out the Army Showcase or Tabletop Battlefield podcast over at www.tabletopbattlefield.com. Once again, I'm Jason. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.